Not important. I'm sorry, it's just sucking cocks in public urinals. Oh hey everyone, my name is Chucky Bartolo. I kind of look like Dopey from Snow White. I know without the beard I also look a bit like an egg. I TikToked about it because I TikTok now. And welcome to another installment of Chucky Reads Tigne Point Bachelors. Last time, a lot happened. It's a hard on just by touching the chiseled glass or polished marble. That's some gay bullshit. This week we're going to be reading chapter 2, but instead of writing notes after reading it, I thought it would be more fun if I just read and kind of just share my thoughts with you as we go along. Also, very importantly, I'll be cutting out the extra bits. Before we dive into it, I want to remind everyone, A, I have a posting schedule, which is popping up now, but will also be at the end of the video. And B, listen, this man, Jar James Board, poured his heart and soul into this book. I know I like to crack jokes because of who I am as a human being and the concept of this entire video. So if you enjoy the content I'm creating here, please go out and buy the book, support him, so he'll keep writing more and I can keep making videos without legal action. Also, to keep the romanticism between us up, I'm reading next to a window, so occasionally you'll hear buses passing and shit. I'm tired of stopping every time they pass, so I'm just gonna power through it. By the time the cab driver with the protruding scar on his forehead drops us off in front of the historical residence situated in front of one of the most characteristic areas in Rabat, it's around 9:30. And I am around dry in the mouth because that was one of the longest sentences I've ever heard in my life. Jesus. It was so long I didn't even understand it. By the time the cab driver with the protruding scar on his forehead dropped... I'm like a teacher. By the time the cab driver with the protruding scar on his forehead dropped us off in front of the historical residence situated in one of the most characteristic areas in Rabat, it's around 9:30 p.m. AKA... the cab driver dropped us off in Rabat at 9:30 p.m. Okay. Through the glass door, I can make out a plethora of men in dark suits, accompanied by their bejeweled, corseted wives. Corseted? Like medieval party. Aren't they all drag queens? She's not wearing too much makeup, so there is no risk I will find the impression of her face on my pillowcase in the morning. Me. One of them holds a tray packed with flutes of Prosecco, and the other weighs down a silver tray onto which artfully prepared hors d'oeuvres with tempura duck liver have been neatly lined close to each other. We pluck 2 glasses of Prosecco, politely decline the hors d'oeuvres, and allow ourselves to be swallowed up into the sea of smiling guests. Jesus Christ. Is this his like word-reaching chapter? Is this like the chapter where it's like, fuck, I need to make 10,000 words and I'm on like 50, so I need to boost it heavily. Evelyn trails vaporously. It's just so hard to read. This is meant to be a sex book. I would read this just before I sleep. Vaporously along. Just tell me she's there. I continue to move in circles, sipping my Prosecco at intervals while smiling, scanning the guests, star-fucking, and stopping occasionally to greet a... Is this something I should... I'm gonna look up star. Oh, slightly raunchier synonym for name drop. When I turn around, I find myself faced by Alessia Vincenti. Oh, Vincenti is the... Oh, wait, is the CEO of Vincenti a woman? Oh no, she's probably gonna be the wife, eh? Her dyed hair, which usually reminds me of a floor mop that maids at the airport use. Alessia is Franco's older sister and Ed Vincenti's wife. Almost. We were almost progressive. Almost. She is reeking of an oud-based perfume. Jesus, I don't want to Google every 2 seconds. Oud-based perfume and the stunning clasp of jewels around her neck and wrist that must surely cost enough to feed at least 2 villages in Africa or partially finance the Smart City project. Listes. Exact listes. Not important. I'm sorry, it's just... There was, of course, the miscreant side to Franco's There was, of course, the miscreant side to Franco's character that people love to gossip about. I told you, fucking gay. Oh, it's horse race betting. She regales me with her stories of her latest travels in the sultry splendor of the south of France. Oh, I think I may have crossed too early, guys. At the south of France, and a dinner that had gone wrong at the Wardia residence of a very popular Maltese politician who is known for sucking cocks in public urinals. Where does Joseph Muscat? I'm dying to reveal the name, but I'll pass on that. You should really come and join us when we go back to Cannes, Alessia's faraway voice drones. I do not care. I do not give a frickin' fuck about Cannes. Just say fuck. Why are you saying frick when you're about to say fuck? Oh, this guy is funny. Amore has this clown, talking about her brother, introduce you to his latest hottie, Alessia. Franco snaps slightly. I've told you many times not to refer to Rowena as my latest hottie. Is this like sexy bitch who we saw across the way in the part of the book and like the person who swept Frank off his feet? Is her sexy name Rowena? No shade to any Rowenas out there. But if you're writing a book where you're like trying to make really sexy names, would you choose Rowena? I trust your instinct, my friend. If you say she's special, then she probably is. Happy for you, buddy. This is the kind of like non-sentimental bullshit straight people pull. So God bless, Gerard has actually nailed the way straight people talk when they're happy for each other. I'm quite curious to meet this new girl, Rowena. I know she is 16 years his junior, and that would make her 26. And Franco, a cradle snatcher. That's clever. It is a known fact that he likes them young and live. Instantly regret calling anything written down clever. But for him to even consider buying her an engagement ring... Where did the ring come from? There's literally no mention of a ring. For a few seconds, I'm lost in my thoughts, and then, like a fork of lightning, I am revived back to my senses with a startled flash. Standing right in front of me, head held high, skin glowing in a gold dress that draws and adds sparkle to... Just say she's there! Pleased to meet you, Adam. Her eyelids flutter like the wings of a butterfly, exuding a mysterious light through her preposterously long eyelashes. Now, this is classic men writing women. That all women do is this. A handsome waiter walks in between us. Okay, back to being gay. A handsome waiter walks in between us and proffers a silver tray. That's a gay waiter. I'm proffering my tray. I grab a glass with a shaky hand and hastily take a sip of Chardonnay. These are my Marimos, by the way. They're my pets. They're like moss balls. When Franco looks away to greet a sparklingly elegant Gianella DeMarco. Is this a name drop? Is this a fake person or a real person? Oh, she's a real person. Oh, she's Guido's daughter. Okay, she's a real person. So, Gianella DeMarco, who happens to be cruising past us, cruising? Not sure she'd appreciate that. I am close enough to catch her scent. I assume not Guido DeMarco's daughter. I think it's about Rowena. I'm close enough to catch her scent. Orchids. The fuck do orchids smell like? This gay-ass man knowing what orchids smell like. The soft sirens of caution whisper through my brains. I circled it like I'm a teacher. And that is the end of chapter 2. It was a wordy one. It's like to use words like this. But that's fine. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Coming up now, you will see the posting plan for my February schedule and beyond that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and share it with your friends so we keep on making more of these, and tell me what you'd like to see more of in the future. My name has been Chucky Bartolo. I'm going to pick up the book I dropped. This has been Reading Tigne Bachelors, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.